Hey guys, welcome to our weekend warrior class. So excited to have Ronai Brumett teach for us. Our disclaimer, we are not doctors. We cannot diagnose and treat. We are educators and we share the information about the things that we do for our families and our homes and want to support more people with those things. So, Ronai, take it away.
If you are here with us live, you can ask questions. I may or may not answer it during the session, but for sure, I will answer it after we turn the camera off and stop the recording so that we can get all those things answered. So if you are watching this recording and you have questions, please reach out to Leanne, Jared, myself, and we love to answer your questions. This is one of my favorite classes to teach because this is the reason I got into essential oils. Um, we call it the Weekend Warrior class because right now, at least in Minnesota, like, well, I've been out there hauling buckets daily as I'm doing maple syrup. We're cleaning up our yards, getting ready for spring, and I mean, we're third winter's coming here this next week, but after that is second spring. So, like, it's coming. But we tend to overdo during this time. And so, we have some natural solutions that can help us with those times when we overdo. First, I want to tell you that all of the information I'm giving today, when I'm talking about essential oils, I only will be talking about doTERRA. And the reason for this is purity, quality, potency, testing processes. doTERRA is CPTG, certified pure tested grade essential oils. There are four different grades of essential oils. First is perfume grade. It's processed rapidly at high heat, destroying all therapeutic value. This is why when you walk down the laundry aisle at the grocery store, your nose starts to do funny things, your eyes start to water. The perfume industry doesn't care. They just go for aroma. There are chemicals, pesticides, all sorts of things. Second is food grade, which is GRAS, generally regarded as safe. This is what's put into flavorings like peppermint or cinnamon or lemon. Um, it's generally regarded as safe to use internally. Third is therapeutic. The problem with therapeutic is there's no global standard. So there's nobody saying, yes, this one's really good, and no, this one isn't on a global scale. So the fourth is CPTG, Certified Pure Tested Grade. This is doTERRA's own, like, a we aren't even considered certified organic because we are a global company and certified organic is different in different countries. Here in the US, there are over 400 chemicals that are allowed that are not allowed in other organic places. Okay. So CPTG is better than organic. And you don't have to take our word for it. This is where Leanne is going to pop into the comments here an amazing study that was done by Roseman University. And they proved it was an independent study, and they proved that doTERRA's essential oils are the purest on the market. It is tested 56 different ways before it gets to you, the consumer, which I love that. So I'm all about science. I love the science behind oils. And I love that doTERRA has a science blog where I can read to my little heart's content all the really scientific-y things with words that I can't pronounce because I'm dyslexic and I spell phonetically. But I like to read all the stuff and I like to share it. I like to break it down in ways that is easier to understand.
Okay, is that where you want me to share now how to get there?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's show that. So Leanne's going to show us. Um, this is a really easy way to find information.
You
This is
come
doTERRA's
here,
website. Yep,
doTERRA's
Leanne.
website. You come to Discover, and over here in the edge, oh, you have to be very careful. Discover and then kind of come down. See, I get ahead of myself. If you try and scroll above that bar, it will take you somewhere else. You can come to Discover Solutions, Education, and here is the science. So you click on science, gives you all the different science. Here is the science blog. Here is the bibliography. And what that means is here is all the research and all the data that the FDA does not allow doTERRA to link to. So what you have to do in here is to then either take the DOI number and copy it into Google, into a search bar, or look for the URL. Some of these will have a URL, which is a website. I don't remember how far I have to scroll down, but I believe all of you guys know what a URL is, right? The URL is like doTERRA.com. So some of these will have a URL. If not, just take the DOI.org and the number and put it into your Google search, and it will pop up that research. Here is research that is linked. So you can get a little bit more, and these ones are linked, and these ones are doTERRA specific oil products and their information. One last thing I want to show you on here, I'm going to go back one page, is if you know anybody who is a medical professional, and that means an MD, a DO, a DC, a PA, or an NP, they can join the doTERRA Medical Journal Club. To do that, you do have to provide your medical license number. So again, I love that doTERRA provides all of this science.
The science is really cool. Now, if we want to break it down a little easier, wait, Leanne, go back to Discover. No, I just want to go back to Discover and Discover Solutions. Because this is one of the ways that you can really learn for yourself about some easy information. So again,
Discover
and Discover Solutions. And then take them through some of the drop downs on Discover.
So in each of these drop downs, if you click the plus, like beauty and personal care is anti-aging, beautiful teeth and fresh breath, hair care, skin care, and getting clear skin. Kids
to exercise. Yeah.
I love this. Building muscle, energy and motivation, muscles and joints, natural energy, and supporting a healthy metabolic function. So to go along with today, I'm guessing you want to go to muscles and joints.
This is actually a great one. I'd love for you guys. We'll grab this link and we'll drop it in the chat also so that you guys can just look at this when you have a chance. But this gives you tips and tricks and different oils that are going to work for your muscles and joints, which is what we're going to be talking about today. I love at the bottom, it gives other ideas. So Aroma Touch, the full deep blue line, our vitamins. Pam, these are actually the vitamins that I had you get is the Microplex VMZ and the Alpha CRS. There's also a E Omega that you'll be getting. And lemongrass. Lemongrass is amazing. I'm going to talk more about lemongrass, but it's amazing for connective tissues. All right. So that is a place to find information. We want to make sure you know that we are science backed because that's super important. But even more than that, I've been doing this for over 12 years. Did I just hit 13 years?
I think so, because I'm at 12.
That's right. So 13 years. In 13 years, I have not had an over-the-counter medicine. Because how this started, I started out of pain. I was in a car accident. At the time, I was 2 weeks away from running my 11th marathon in 3 years. I had just signed up for my first full marathon. I was working out at Orange Theory Fitness 3 to 5 times a week. I was in the best shape of my life, and I was rear-ended. By the end of the week, I could not get out of bed by myself. I couldn't turn my head. 4 months of me being like driving was like this, you know. At the time, I was a sign language interpreter. And I was just in a lot of pain. What happened is I was going to the chiropractor 3 times a week. I was doing deep tissue massage once a week. And everybody's like, oh, that's awesome. You get a massage weekly. I was getting tortured weekly. And I was so emotionally distraught that I thought if this is the rest of my life, I don't want it. And I was complaining on Facebook because that's where we complain. And a friend of mine was like, "Hey, would you try these essential oils?" I was like, "I will try your voodoo hippie witch doctor magic, but I'm not buying it every month and I'm not selling it every month." And she's like, "You don't have to." I was like, "Oh, no, no, no." I was raised by an executive sales manager. Everybody and their brother wants me to sell their stuff because I can, but I won't unless I truly believe in something. She's like, "No, no, no. You can have your own wholesale account. Like, no worries. You just try it." I was like, "I love you. I trust you. So I'm going to try it." And I got this stuff and I'm rubbing it on my kids' feet. And my husband's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know. Rebecca said to rub this on your feet." The reason you rub it on your feet is your feet have the largest sweat glands. A lot of people will tell you pores, but they have the largest sweat glands and it absorbs up into your system and it covers every cell in like 60 seconds. It's amazing. But I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. My husband's like, "Everything smells." I'm like, "I know." And Rebecca called. She goes, "Did you put the past tense on your neck?" And I said, I don't know. Everything smells and I'm going to bed. She says, "Okay, in the morning, get up, put this past tense on your neck." I was like, "Okay, I'll try it." Got up in the morning and it was a Sunday morning and I was going to church where I was still interpreting. Now, as a sign language interpreter, like it's really hard. You need to be able to move and stuff. And I was like this and trying to, and then again, driving like this. And I rolled it on my neck and I went and I got in my car and I went to reverse, I didn't have a backup camera at the time. So I had to actually look and I turned and all of a sudden I was like, I can move my neck and my 4 month long headache wasn't there. And I thought, what is this magic? So I hit the button on the car and I said, "Call Rebecca." And I said, "What is this stuff?" She goes, "I know, right?" And I said, "No, you don't understand. Like my head doesn't hurt and I can move my neck." And she goes, "I know, right?" And I said, "What is it?" She says, "It's love in a bottle." Not the answer I was looking for. But what I did find out later is the formula for past tense was developed by Dr. Hill for his son who gets migraines. So truly, it was love in a bottle. Um, from there, I started learning about how these essential oils work with your body to feed them nutritionally. I'm going to tell you, essential oils will not cure you of anything. When I say this, people are like, "Why are you selling it to me then?"
Mhm.
It won't cure you of anything. What it does is it feeds your body nutritionally. And when your body is nutritionally fed, your body heals itself. So I had rolled the past tense on and I was good for about an hour and then everything started to tense back up. And so I called Rebecca. She said, "Just put some more on." I said, "Well, don't I have to wait?" She's like, "No, just a little bit, a little bit." So a great example of this is a dentist tells you to brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. So if I brush my teeth 14 times in a row, I'm good for a week, right? No. Same thing with essential oils, same thing with eating food. A little bit often is much better for your body. And so I could roll, and it wasn't like pouring it on. It was just a roll this way and a roll that way. Um, Unfortunately, somebody decided when that that it smelled too good. So it doesn't come in a roller anymore, but you can put it in a roller. But it was just a quick, like one drop, and I'm good for an hour. And it was
So
amazing.
doTERRA does sell the empty roller bottles, but you can also get them on Amazon to create. This is our own roller blend that we use in our home for brain.
Yeah.
Um, so if you guys need support on how to create your roller blends, let us know.
We should throw that in as a class sometime coming up
Yeah,
soon.
yeah.
Okay.
So I just wanted to share, I came to doTERRA for similar reasons. I was an athlete as well, um, tore the meniscus in both of my knees while running a half marathon and finished the race and PR'd because I'm stubborn and ended up also needing a surgery. And I was not enjoying the side effects that were coming from the medication that was prescribed. And it was actually my sister who introduced me to the Deep Blue rub. And usually it's on my desk, but it's not. Um, and a pea size amount covered my entire knee and gave me relief from the things that were taking place. Now, I will tell you my go-to now is actually the stick, and the stick has actually been FDA approved for pain and arthritis and contains not just Deep Blue but copaiba, which is incredible. And my sister did not tell me that you could have your own wholesale account. She talked about that you had to do it as a business, and so I just bought it from her. And Ronay's like, she didn't tell you you could get your own account. And I'm like, not without selling, and I don't want to sell. And I just went into this whole thing, and Ronay's like, okay. Well, so I kept bringing people to Ronay, and she's like, you realize you're selling it, right? So I decided that I needed to learn more, but you don't have to go that route. I became a certified essential oil coach because I wanted to learn everything, everything I could use these oils for to replace things in my home. And so that's kind of how my journey went. And I love to specialize and focus on the emotions and essential oils and how they support mental health. So that's how we do things at our house.
We also have books. And there's a website called The Wellness Nook where you can do a subscription and you get all of the books electronically, or there's books that you can get. And we'll bring that information up in a little bit, but I want to continue
I will
talking.
grab that link.
I'll continue talking about how essential oils work in your body. So we talked about how it's nutrition, and everything in your body has a left and a right. Everything in nature has a left and a right. And this is important when we're talking about essential oils, when we're talking about supplements for feeding your body nutritionally to help it heal. Um, so if you're eating a salad, it comes in this way and your body has receptors, and it comes in this way and your body has receptors, and your body says, ooh, nutrition, I know what to do with this. Over-the-counter and prescription medications, which we are not against. When you need them, you need them. But they are derived from plants. They take it and they synthesize it, and now you get a mirrored image of it, right? So you have this mirrored image. It's called chirality, and your body's expecting this, and it comes in this way, and the receptors grab on like this. Well, now you have open receptors. And when you have open receptors, this is where your body goes, we're going to accept this, but we're going to give you side effects. What are some of the side effects that you guys like? We haven't talked about this in a while, but what are some of the side effects that you see if you're watching commercials, which I don't even watch commercials anymore, really.
I don't even watch TV.
In the past, or when you get a prescription, what are some of the side effects? This is the open time.
I had vertigo really bad.
Vertigo. I like some of the ones for like acne where it gives you acne, or some of the ones for depression where depression and anxiety can be the side effect. Like these are and the worst one is when it says, oh, and could cause death.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine had a stroke.
A stroke. Yeah. So these are all side effects. And that's because you've got these open receptors, right? When you are using essential oils are the immune system of the plant. Plants are carbon-based. We're carbon-based. It comes in this way and the receptors grab on like this, or it comes in this way and the receptors grab on like this. And it says, ooh, nutrition. Again, with nutrition, your body knows what to do with nutrition. And when your body is nutritionally fed, your body heals itself. I'm going to stress this again. The oils aren't healing you. They're feeding you nutritionally. When your body's nutritionally fed, your body heals itself. I just think that's awesome.
That's why we talk about so much in our classes too about foundational wellness. Why having whole foods and then proper supplementation because of our food source is key so that our bodies can heal themselves.
Yeah. We also talk about making sure that you have proper gut health. These are all different classes. Like, please come back weekly. We teach them, we switch back and forth between Tuesdays and Thursdays. So next week, Tuesday is actually a beginner class, which is pretty cool. I want to focus again on the weekend warrior. So this is a discomfort management class. I have the old sheet where it says words in there I'm not allowed to say. I probably have already messed this up talking about other things, but when we're talking about discomfort that happens in our body, right? We've overdone. We've made that muscle stretch past where it should. We've carried too many sap buckets. That's me this week. Which I am grateful for the overabundance of sap that I've been getting. It's been awesome. But I gotta tell you, I'm a little on the sore side. I've got twinges and I've got aches and different things going on in my body. But the cool thing is I have a solid foundation. First off, doTERRA's vitamins, hands down. We have two different versions. We've got the pill versions and we've got the VMG Plus, which is a powder that you mix in water and drink it. That is my new favorite because it's one and done. The pill, you've got 12 of them, but they're whole food nutrient. There are no fillers. They are absolutely phenomenal. We teach an entire class just on this foundation, so I'm not going to cover it in this one. But if I didn't have that foundation, I would not be moving right now with all the stuff that I've been doing. That weekend warrior stuff is not just on the weekends here at my house. We have a little hobby homestead. My husband won't let me call it a farm because we only have 29 chickens and no other, well, 2
I was
dogs.
gonna say, and because you don't have other animals, that's why he doesn't think it's a farm.
He grew up on a real farm, so but with our little hobby homestead, like we're taking care of the chickens. I'm doing the maple sap. We're making our own bread and just like plus I had the 2 grandkids running around here today and doing business, right? There's a lot going on. My body is taking on more than the average person, to tell you the truth. But I have that strong foundation with my vitamins. I'm taking collagen. doTERRA has an amazing collagen. And we've got these turmeric duo caps. I got to tell you, those are some of my favorite things. When you look at turmeric that you buy from the store, it's powdered turmeric. Turmeric is really good for you. But if you just have the powdered form, you don't have a complete turmeric. Your body accepts it at about a 6 to 10% ratio. When you add in the oil, you now have the turmerones along with the curcumin, which is in the powdered form. You now have a more complete, and your body accepts it at a 90%. It's not only great for helping reduce inflammation in your body, it is wonderful for helping your digestive tract as well. So yeah, this is our turmeric duo caps, and that's what it looks like. So it's got the oil outside and the powdered turmeric on the inside. It helps to fight free radicals and fights against oxidative stress. That's stuff that makes your body age faster. So that is one of my number one go-tos whenever I'm like, ooh, I'm a little on the sore side. I'm going to grab the turmeric duo caps. We showed you the deep blue oil and the deep blue stick. This is topical and it's phenomenal. We have a deep blue polyphenol, which is internal. These are your replacement for your over-the-counter anti-inflammatories, right? Again, the over-the-counter anti-inflammatories are chemically made, right?
And can be harsh on your digestive system.
Yes. When you have, again, we want to have that natural matchup. And if you can eat turmeric, awesome, eat turmeric, but you can't eat the amount of turmeric you need that you can get in that capsule. And boy, let me tell you, you're
Oop, here.
I love your face, Pam. It's great. The deep blue polyphenols, again, great for reducing inflammation. We also now have frankincense duo caps, and these, oh my gosh. I don't know if this is actually a duo cap, but so frankincense, we have the frankincense oil, which
It's
is
still considered a dual because
okay,
the phosphorylic acid is encapsulated. So I'll
encapsulated.
grab those ones
Okay,
too.
perfect. So frankincense is the king of oils. If you could only have one essential oil, it would be frankincense. Like, there's a reason it was a gift to baby Jesus because that stuff's a miracle. 2 drops under the tongue, it tastes like you're chewing on a tree. But let me tell you, it's really good for just, again, reducing inflammation. The fastest way to get something into your bloodstream is sublingually, so it's under the tongue. So that's a great way if you're like, I just need instant relief. Also, topically, you can rub it on, but these capsules are phenomenal because frankincense essential oil is awesome, but it's not complete because it's missing the boswellic acid. The boswellic acid needs to be encapsulated, and they've encapsulated it in zinc. And it's so good because now you're getting zinc with a complete frankincense. This is amazing. And I forget about it because it actually just came out in November, and I haven't used it as often as I have the turmeric, which has been out for a couple of years. But this is another way to get off of those over the counters that have those side effects that we don't want. A lot
So
of
I just want to share my son is a hockey player, and he on Tuesday, unfortunately, was skating a little too fast for his own good and could not turn fast enough and lost his edge and hit his head on the side. So we immediately came. Well, I carry these in my bag. They're the brain support roller. So if you guys want, I can get you guys that the link to the um, recipe. That's the word I'm looking for. But as soon as we got home, what we gave him to support his neurological system and the anti-inflammatory properties was a copaiba soft gel, 2 turmeric dual caps, 2 deep blue polyphenol complex, and 1 of the frankincense boswellic acid. And we have been doing those twice a day, that combination, to support his body in recovery.
which is amazing. That brain roller is really, really cool, especially for helping with brain fog and just clarity. Um, okay. So we kind of covered how to use I should have covered this at the beginning. There are 3 different ways to use essential oils: aromatically, which helps with mood management; topically, which obviously if you're sore, we're going to put the oils on topically. Bottom of the feet is always a great spot if the oils are hot, because there's oils that you can use neat, which means you put them directly on your skin, like lavender, tea tree, those frankincense, those are all an oil you can use neat. There are hot oils like cinnamon or oregano, or, well, pretty much any of the herb oils are considered a hot oil. And you're going to want to use a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil. So fractionated coconut oil is our carrier oil of choice because it's been defatted and it's descented, and it's also antibiotic by nature, so it doesn't go rancid. You can use olive oil, you can use grapeseed oil, or lots of other oils. We just prefer fractionated coconut oil.
We also suggest that even though an oil can be used neat, there's still flash off, which flash off is the essential oil evaporating. So by using a carrier oil, it helps it actually absorb better into the skin and get to the body better. So even though an oil can be used neat, I still always recommend using a carrier oil. Another great way to use the oils is to use it with the doTERRA unscented lotion as your carrier oil.
Plus, you only need a small amount. So let's say you're going to do your whole arm. Well, dropping 1 drop on your whole arm feels like it's not getting everywhere, right? So using a carrier oil, you can really feel that getting more completely everywhere. Another thing we like to do with oils is we like to layer them. So when we're talking about really sore muscles, I typically, especially right now, I'm dealing with some pretty severe tennis elbow, right? So I'm doing all the way up to my shoulder because tennis elbow, carpal tunnel, those all actually stem a lot of times up here. So doing your whole arm into your shoulder, I will start with a drop of frankincense, a drop of copaiba, a drop of marjoram, a drop of lemongrass, and then deep blue rub because I just love that combination. It's like a powerhouse of just really healing.
So I want to know, because you and I know, do things just a little bit differently. For me, I like to put the deep blue rub and then drop all the oils in, and then I mix them with my finger because I like to make sure they're all mixed, and then I rub it in. So do you put the oils on first or the deep blue rub? I want to know how you layer.
I layer. So I'll do one oil, and typically if I'm doing a large spot, so if I'm doing just a little spot, I'll do the oil, like the oils and then the deep blue rub. If I'm doing a large spot, I'll actually take a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and oil my arm first, and then I'll do the layering. And if you wait about 10 to 15 seconds between each, like really rub that first oil in and then the next oil in, there's two schools of thoughts about this. The layering allows each oil to do its work by itself first. The other one is, you know what? I got stuff to do. Let's get it all done because the oils are all going to get in there and do their thing anyway.
That is the method. That's why I went with that method, is because it is that your body's going to know what to do with it, right? Our bodies are intelligent and know what to do with it. So I am an executor through and through, which means quickest, fastest way to get things done.
Yep. And typically, especially if I'm working on someone else, I will layer the oil slowly just because then I have that, I'm a relationship builder. So I have that relationship builder bond that's
You're
happening.
right. When I'm supporting someone else, I do layer. When I do it for myself, I'm get in and get it done.
The most important thing here is to get the oils on. And just however it works for you, get the oils
That
on.
was my favorite thing when I went to a training with Dr. Hill, who is one of the founders, is somebody asked, when is the most important time to take the supplements? And he said, when you're going to
You
remember.
remember?
And they said, well, when's the most important time to do your oils? And he's like, morning and night, or whenever you remember. So that's the thing I love as well, is it's not this has to be morning and night, it has to be 6 hours apart, it has to be this. No, when you feel like you need that support is when you do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to point out you missed the most important part
I was
of the
just going
Weekend
to do that.
Warrior.
I was just getting to that, I promise. I was just about to say, well, we've covered aromatically, we've covered topically. Let's talk about internally. One of the most important things is water, right? And one of the things that can support you well also is putting some essential oils in your water. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, tangerine, wild orange, all of the citrus oils help you to detox from the inside out. I will point out it's really important. It needs to be glass, ceramic, or high quality stainless steel. Do not put essential oils in plastic. What happens is it leaches the plastic from the container and actually puts it into your body versus when you're using glass, ceramic, or high quality stainless steel, it could then help pull toxins out of your cells. So being hydrated is really, really important as you are doing all of this extra work outside, or, I mean, maybe you're just doing some spring cleaning in your house. As we are moving our bodies more after a long winter's snuggle in, because here in Minnesota, we are less likely to get outside unless we got to shovel snow, right? And this year we didn't even have a lot of snow to shovel. So
Yeah, we didn't have a lot here in Utah either. So with that, my favorite thing to support hydration also is the Meta Power Recharge. So I'm just going to share my screen really quick. Comes in two different flavors. It comes in the lemon lime, and that is on the right of the screen up here, the lemon lime electrolytes, and then it also comes in the strawberry.
I like the
And
strawberry better.
it depends. For me, the strawberry is a little too sweet. It says to do it in a 16-ounce thing of water. For me, whether it's the strawberry or the lemon lime, I put it in my 40-ounce container. So do what works best for you, but it is the most balanced hydration product out there on the market.
Yeah. And I like that they've kept the sodium low while keeping the hydration high. A lot of the hydration packs that you can get have really high levels of sodium. So we want to make sure that you're not doing that because that can cause other problems in your body. All right, so aromatically, topically, internally, kind of covered it. When it comes to using essential oils, like Leanne was saying, like Dr. Hill says, the most important thing is to get them on your body. With that, I'm going to kind of close out this part of our class. Thank you for being here in the class, and we're going to open it up to questions for those of you that are here. So thanks for coming. Thanks for